damn, I'm living my dream right now, but it don't feel like it. You feel me? All right, before we get started, I want to let you guys know I put together a 30-day design challenge. It's 30 designs for 30 days straight. It'll be linked in the description and pinned in the first comment. It's free, so if you want to step your design game up, click the link, go to my website, and download the free PDF, all right? Enjoy the video. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Rel, back on this video. Today, I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I'm burned out, and I know I ain't the only one, so let's talk about it. So first of all, update. I no longer live in San Diego anymore. I moved back to Oklahoma City due to family. Some stuff has happened. Yeah, some health stuff, and I had to move back. I moved back in July. I ain't even updated y'all. I just been like, as soon as I got back, I've been in survival mode and I've been in hustle mode and trying to get my life together. So that's what happened. All right, my bad. So lately it hit me. I was like, damn, I'm living my dream right now, but it don't feel like it. You feel me? When I was a kid, I would sit there and draw for hours and it felt free. I felt safe. I felt excited. I felt all of these emotions and I loved it. Like it was my passion, my main pursuit. I didn't care about nothing else. That and basketball, that was the only two things I cared about. Art was like my gift, right? That's what made me the happiest. That was my dream, was to just get to a point to where I could get paid for this and do it for a living. So the next thing was like, how did I get burned out? I realized I got burned out because I stopped doing this because I loved it and I was doing it for money. Like I was doing it to earn a check. I was doing it because I wanted to get paid. That made me so like, one, I was mad at myself because I was like, how did I let this happen? And two, where do I go from here? And I'm not saying do these huge projects for free, but I am saying like, set some time for you. I used to draw entire worlds. Like I would draw entire characters, give them backgrounds. I had my own Dragon Ball Z character. I'm not gonna tell you how to name because it was wild corny. But what I'm saying is like, just take some time to create on your own, dog, and for you. That's what my advice for myself is going forward from 2025, September, to the rest of my life. Like I need to set time at least a couple times a week to where I'm just creating just to have fun. I realized like my balance has slipped. I was in 100% marketing mode and business owner mode, and I just focused on the bottom line, you know, getting to a check, you know, gaining new clients, nurturing old clients, and that was it. I wasn't nurturing me, and it was such a slow creep that it turned into a habit, and like my inner creative was begging. Like, and one thing about me that I've learned this year alone is if I make a promise to myself and I don't do it, my mood is gonna change. It took me 38 years to know that. I watched a video and this guy said like your brain is kind of like a child where if you say, hey, after school, we're gonna go get some ice cream, and then you don't do it, your brain gonna be mad and it's gonna change your mood. And I was like, bro, that's me.
Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
And also I learned my burnout usually hits me when I'm pouring out more than I'm receiving. So if I'm constantly giving and giving and giving, I'm not getting shit back. And that fucks my whole mood up as well. It's like, why am I overextending myself when it doesn't need it? Or I need it and I'm not giving it to me. So the question for me was, what is this and how do I fix it? What it was, I was in survival mode and it was taking its toll on me. So then I changed it from the mode to just like a season. I said, I'm in a survival season, because a mode is some shit that you stuck in. A seasons come and they go. I can bounce back from a season. I don't know about a fucking mode. I don't know. Times like this where the only focus is staying locked in and looking for new clients and, you know, running and ripping and hustling, right? And in those moments, creativity it don't feel like a gift. It feels like work. It feels like pressure. That's the side of owning a business or a design business just in general, or just being a freelancer. And nobody talks about that. The constant hustle, it can rob you of like just joy or just your everyday life, enjoying the experience. You know, I am my own boss. I can move when I want to move. I can do what I want to do. But mentally I have set barriers and like I stopped my creativity. What burnout has taught me is I lost my purpose. I lost the reason why I was waking up. Shit, some days at 4 a.m. to go screen print clothes and then drive them across town to drop them off and then go to my 9 to 5. I would clock in at a job I fucking hated And I would just think about, I can't wait to go home and design this shirt. I can't wait to go home and print this shirt. I can't wait to go home and fold this shirt. I can't wait until people see my brand grow. I can't wait. Just can't wait. I'm just excited about it. I haven't felt like that. So the next thing I figured out was I need to reset my mindset. And I had to ask myself, what is this season teaching me? Because I am frustrated. And I realized it quickly. It's teaching me to ignite that fire that was once previously lit in me. When I first started, like I just told y'all, I was on fire, and I'm talking about that fire lasted years. And I feel like ever since then, I've kind of just been going through the motions with everything. I was letting life control the narrative. But then I was like, that's not even who I am. That's never been who I am. It's never been okay with my soul to not, one, know what's going on with me, and two, handle it. Because I'm not a complainer. But over time, I turned into a complainer. And I turned into an acceptor. And I'm not a person that accepts anything that doesn't fit right with my soul. I'm the type of person where whether I win, lose, or draw, as long as I did it my way, I can live with the results. And I wasn't living with the results. I was living with, oh, this failed. Damn, why did it fail? Let me pick and prod and keep replaying it and keep trying to figure out it failed. Move on. Figure out what happened. Let it go. It failed. It's over. Why the fuck am I gonna keep replaying a loss? No. Instead of being proactive, I was being reactive. I was just reacting to what life was throwing at me. I realized I was just surviving. I was not thriving. When I look back at like old videos or other things, I could see it. So with this new beginning, I'm gonna use it to reconnect with myself. And instead of bitching about it, turning up, having my goals set, chasing my goals, not having a fear in the world. And if I did have fear, I didn't feel it because I was still gonna do it anyway. So whether I'm scared, whether I'm not scared, whatever the hell, I'm still gonna be successful. You're not gonna stop me. I'm still gonna be successful. It brought me back to my why. And I had to ask myself, why did I start designing in the first place? Why did I start drawing in the first place? It couldn't have been for the money because I did it for free for 13 years. It wasn't about no content because it wasn't no IG when I first started. It was because creating made me feel free. It made me feel accomplished, and it made me feel like I had control and I had all these beautiful ideas that I could just bring to life. Even when shit was crazy around me, I always had my artwork. And I was like, man, I gotta get back to that. Now that I've been trying to connect more with my why, my original why, the joy of just making something dope, I'm in the flow state again. I'm in my creative space again. I'm making dope shit again. I'm having a good time again. Like I'm enjoying what I do, and that is important to me. So what I did was I started building better habits. And that meant setting boundaries on things, letting people know either I'm gonna do something or I'm not. I didn't have boundaries before I moved to San Diego. I would just do stuff, and I would constantly overextend myself for family members, for people that I loved, and they knew that. And they knew they could always depend on me to do things, but they didn't know they were slowly draining my soul, bro. I was burned out from people, and I needed space. I needed space to create. I needed space to live. People don't realize that, you know, they think just because you work from home, you got all this damn time and all this, you know, you can just do whatever the fuck you want to do. That's not how that shit works. Y'all know that. You ever had a day off from your job and you want a side hustle? If you wake up at 10, you blink and it's 3 p.m. You blink again, it's time to get ready to go to sleep. And you feel like you ain't accomplished nothing all day long. I had to build sustainable habits again. I told myself every day, I'm gonna give myself at least 30 minutes to an hour to just create whatever I wanna create, whatever's on my mind. If I come up with an idea throughout the day, I'm gonna put it in my phone. I'm gonna put the inspiration I want together, and I'm gonna put it all in a folder. And when it's time to draw it, I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna be able to just hop on, sketch it out. If it turns out great, great. If it don't, great. You know what I mean? But I got my free time. I got my time to create. You feel me? And that's what I've been working on. You know, and I had to accept that it's okay for me to remove an hour to 2 hours from something else that I probably had to do and put it directly into my creativity, because regardless of what happens with AI or just with the job market or with the clients, if things fall apart, whatever the fuck is gonna happen, I'm still gonna have this laptop, I'm still gonna have this mouse, this piece of paper, this pencil, this easel, and I'm still gonna be a fucking creative, because that's what I do and that's who I am. I feel like you should too. I feel like today, tell yourself, this is what I am, this is what I do, and this is where I'll be headed in the future. I'm not gonna stop doing what makes me feel free in order to just survive. If you're a creative and a designer and this is what you do, a part of you is gonna need that, or you're gonna end up going crazy. And once you start viewing it that way, it's more of a lifestyle and not a paycheck, you can start to recover from burnout. You can start to heal those parts of you that you've been ignoring. So whatever you got to do, schedule your creative time, carry a pouch, a piece of paper and a pencil with you, carry your laptop with you, and design on your lunch breaks, whatever the fuck it is. Just do it. All right. I love you guys, and I'm gonna holler at y'all soon. Thank you for watching. Peace.